Ansel stands there and he waits. Done?
Sorry. Yeah, so that's the town hall. And they never use it except for meetings and elections. Did you know they do elections?
No.
I mean, from y'all's perspective, that's a rarity. It's sort of more of a feudal system normally.
Yeah. Would that imply that there's a mayor? Or just an elected official, I guess?
What about that guy that came and read the will?
The councilman.
Councilman. So we're essentially talking out loud to ourselves as we wander back to the house.
Yes, that's sorry. We should have said that.
Yeah. So you start wandering back down south, and I assume you're just gonna wander until you get back to. Well, so I'm gonna start. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Hey.
Who would they elect?
I want to grab this and pull everyone back over here. Wait. So you wander back to town, or back to the Lorimore house.
Okay. So when you do that,
okay, when we open the door, is there any evidence of a fight having happened?
You don't even get to get inside the house because Ciri's outside swinging around her sword, practicing sword moves, and her compatriot is there too.
Compatriot? Which compatriot?
Oh. I'm still trying to come up with a rhetorical response.
He's trying to outwit me.
Which he can, I might not be able to today.
They're both outside?
Yes. We're right outside the front door. She's doing sword practice with her great big humongo sword.
I'm trying to not get hit by staying as far away as I can. Probably on the other side of the road.
Okay. For the record, I have updated the note map.
And so sees that as they come up, and
I've still got a book in hand.
Alden, I think.
I'll just stay silent. It's a good show. So, but I will walk up.
You're walking up to...
Staying well out of swing range, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Alden's short enough that he could probably duck it, but...
Did you find anything
she's
useful?
probably swinging higher than 3 feet.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have to duck.
Yeah. As soon as she sees them coming, she sheathes her sword, smiles. It's good to see you. Did you get your potions?
I'll hand up my pouch and say, well, I got some of these.
You got pouches. Well, that's good.
Ansel just shakes his head.
Do I recognize what those are?
It's a pouch.
Fair enough.
Congratulations, you've been
I'm sorry, a spell component pouch doesn't have spell components scrawled on the outside. It's just
no, but it does have a fairly strong scent to it.
And
yeah, but you're not gonna get in there and sniff it, are you?
True, I'm not.
Well then,
could I please sniff your pouch?
Ansel does the come here motion to Alex.
I'm slowly bookmarking where I'm at.
Trying to check to see if he's got any wounds and Ciri's not like...
Raises an eyebrow and slowly heads over.
I guess I'll walk up to Ciri then. So how's the sword training going?
Just fine. How's the pouch training going?
Fantastic.
That's...
And I'll wave it around.
Ansel's just shaking his head.
Ciri,
Master Neota.
Yeah, Ciri pats the halfling on the head. You're cute.
An Iowan. You know what they are.
Can I attempt a spellcraft check or a knowledge arcana?
Sure. Yeah, whichever one's better for you. Oh yeah, you know.
Holy fucking shit.
This is what happens when I roll really high.
Holy shit!
You roll really, really high, and then it comes back to bite you in the ass when you need it.
Yeah, I know.
That happens to the best of us.
And the worst of us.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
exactly what
man.
she's talking about.
I actually didn't hear half of what she said because of the other conversation.
Smoky quartz ion.
I'm familiar.
He points down the road. There's one for sale.
I will just point out, because you rolled so high, you've never heard of something called a smoky quartz ionstone. You've heard of ionstones, yeah.
Right.
Not something called that.
Well, that's just what he could justify the. He knows what an ion stone is, and roughly what it looked like.
Interesting.
300 gold.
Don't have that.
I've got about a third.
So on the other side, you hear, we walked around the town, but didn't really find a whole lot. Some of the shopkeepers are nice. There's no work. Hey, are you interested in anything edible, like meat-wise? The silence brings
I was
tears.
say, who was that directed to?
Oh, Siri. He's
What? What?
Siri.
I'm sorry, I got distracted for a second. You want to repeat that?
I asked if you like meat.
She just looks at you like, duh.
I'm just kind of raising an eyebrow the more I'm thinking about this, though.
And why are you asking me out of the random if I like meat?
Because there's a great general shop. You can pick some up.
Do you
Like
think
a-
I just think with my gullet?
She's rather prickly today.
Well, I sure do.
Is it that time of the month?
I just give him an oh my god, you
I'm
did
sorry,
not just go
right,
there.
right then, did your character really say that, Nicole?
Yes. He's prickly as hell right now.
Siri just looks at him and punches at him.
Roll a melee attack.
Are they even
Come
close?
on, I'm trying to find it. Attack. Melee attack. Oh, crap, that's...
And he just sidesteps it.
Yeah, I assume that didn't hit.
Yeah, that's not even close. No, what the fuck is
Mr.
that?
Nyako, why don't you show me where this particular shop is?
Alright. He's kind of grinning because he riled Siri up.
Siri is apparently still slightly hungover and just sort of whiffs a fist in his
Yeah,
face.
it just kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, this is sad.
Though I do make a point of looking over my shoulder.
Shame there.
Alex didn't make a point of looking over her shoulder just to say, maybe I should have taken you up on disarming you.
Okay, so Ansel, yeah. Okay, we'll go look at the shop, or I'll show you the shop.
Oh yeah, everything. This on the barbarian. Yep.
Well, that was
So-
awkward.
So Ansel and Alex are gonna head off again. Siri and Alden, or what are you two doing?
Alden's having his one-on-one time with Siri finally.
Oh no.
Okay, are you two just gonna
I'm
stand around
gonna
outside?
hurt
Doc?
somebody.
I think it would
Okay.
be best to stay outside. I would just be like, hey, why don't we practice swordsmanship on the tree?
On which tree? They're all far from the house.
That's my point. We don't have to. We don't have to guard the
Shaking my
house.
head and walking away.
Then who would protect the house if I'm whacking a tree? And a tree is not going to attack us.
I can percept the house. It's within eyesight. I presume there's trees in eyesight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like right around the back.
There's a tree line.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Let Kendra do what Kendra does.
And what does Kendra do?
That's a good question. I will walk in the house on that note.
She cooks for us. I say
Okay.
quietly.
You walk in the door and Kendra's sort of in the main room.
I'll pop in to say, hey, how's everything going?
She looks up. Oh, what's your character's last name? I can't remember. Hi, Mr. Ihill. Oh, things are okay. Just going through a few of my father's things.
Sounds, I guess, normal. Sounds fun. So what do you do on your days off? I guess the short answer is, I'm getting bored.
Did you actually say that last bit?
Yep.
Oh, she sort of tilts her head and bored. Well, what do you like to do?
Honestly, I've spent a lot of time researching, but I do like to get out and about every once in a while.
Well, there are a few places that, well, you might be able to do research. And I don't know if everyone's going to be accommodating of, well, someone from outside the village. But
Yeah. Any tips? Any suggestions on maybe becoming more jovial with everybody? I've tried. The shopkeep sounds pretty nice, but just can't seem to.
I mean, I suppose it's just a matter of time, really. Someone fresh to the city is not the most trusted, shall we say.
Yeah, I know. I'm just anxious to be, I like to make places home.
Well, I would suggest making friends.
And I'll smile and I'll say, yeah, you're probably right. And then-
As far as research, well, I mean, obviously, there's all of Father's books here. You can use those as much as you want. She stammers a bit while I try and find the frickin' page in the book. Okay. What else did she say? She also suggests that the town hall would have some records. I don't know if they'll let just anyone walk in and go through their records, of course, but.
Oh yeah, I hear that you guys do like the town hall's pretty much not used except for elections. I didn't know you guys did elections.
Oh yes. The council. Yeah, they get elected, but well, not very many people run for council really. Um, the last time they had an election, I had just moved here.
Oh wow, that long, huh?
Yes. There's not generally an election unless someone steps down or, well.
If you don't mind me asking, how many members of the council are there?
There are 4.
Is the councilman we met yesterday one of them? I presume.
Yes. Councilman Hearthstone.
Okay.
He's sort of, well, there isn't a leader of the council really, but he's the closest thing we've got to, a lawyer or official, I guess, really.
Okay. Where does he reside? I haven't seen him around town yet.
Well, he lives, and she points. Well, she gives description of a location on your map, which I'm just going to identify as it's one of the M's. You make me bounce through this book so many different places. M1 is where she directs you to.
Well, I don't know about immediately stopping by and saying, hey, but I appreciate the information.
No, I wouldn't intrude on his home, obviously.
Obviously.
But as you were saying, the town hall would be a good place to look, or the temple. Yes, they would have they've got records on everyone that was born here, and everyone died here. Probably a lot of the history as well.
Yes, I do need to make a point of stopping by the temple.
Yes, or there is one other place. Well, we call it the schoolhouse. The I need a name. Hang on. God damn it.
Sorry, I
What
might
is
as well
his-
knock him out now.
Yeah, what is his name? God, I knew it, and now I've forgotten it. Raven Grow. No grants. No, the gazetteer. Mr. Gorovin. He's well, he's getting old. He's getting on. But he was a wizard, you say, and now he's sort of well. He's the closest thing we've got to a teacher here. So he also runs the school for those that can afford to go to school, and also the magic shop.
Yes, and it's another place I've been meaning to go. Is the schoolhouse on the west side, the west bank?
No, on the east, up just past the dock, and you get the impression on looking at your map that that's referring to L.
All right. Well, I'm also going to try and keep Siri happy and practice some training. So-
Yes, good luck with that one. She quite fiery.
Oh, they say all spirits have some fire. And then I will walk, or I'll say thank you, and then I'll walk out.
Okay, so he concludes his business with her, and I assume Siri, you and Alvin are gonna spar or play with a tree or something.
I'm not gonna play with the train, no druid.
Okay, you're gonna swing your sword.
Siri would be doing some like martial, practicing strength training, push-ups.
So yeah, so she's outside swinging her sword around, doing push-ups, but generally scaring the villagers. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looking tough and menacing every once in a while, Once in
Okay.
a while, smiling and nodding at somebody, asking them if they want to spar with her.
Okay, so Ansel and Alex, you two are headed back.
Technically, we've parted ways at this point.
Okay.
Um,
Who's going where and what's going on?
he's going to the
I'm apparently going to the Silk Purse.
Okay, you're going to the Silk Purse, and Ansel's going where?
forge.
The Forge. Okay. Let's start with the Silk Purse. So, I assume you listened to the description the first time and know the building.
No, I did not. I purposely blocked all of that out.
Okay. So
Sorry.
you enter the Silk Purse. It's it's labeled as such, the Silk Purse. There's a counter in front of you, and beyond the counter, a pair of desks that are sort of set facing each other. To your right, there's a display case with a few pieces of jewelry, some gems, the yoke of a wagon, miscellaneous bits and pieces. Behind sat at the two desks are a man and a woman. The woman is apparently writing in a book, a large book. The man looks up as you enter.
Good afternoon, sir. Or good morning, I suppose.
He stands and sort of moves over towards the counter. Good morning, yes. Busy morning, it seems. How can I help you?
I'm not really sure. I'm new to town and looking around, hoping I might find some things for my travels.
Ah, someone come to purchase. And he sort of gestures towards the cabinet. Please, all of the goods are clearly marked and labeled.
Okay. Which I'm taking a look at, trying to see if I can identify anything that is magical and comparing what it's listed as.
Okay, so how are you going to determine if something is magical?
I'm not casting a spell. I'm going with my knowledge of Arcana.
Okay. Go for it. 20. Rings are always tasty. Um, I mean, it's hard to tell a magical item specifically just for like you can identify the Ioun stone in amongst the gems, but
What is it being labeled as?
it's being labeled as a smoky quartz. That's it. Just says smoky quartz, 300 GB. The rest of the items, the gems are, as far as you can tell, just gems, and the jewelry is just jewelry because it's just jewelry from that point. You can't pick it up and look at it, or there's no way for you to assert.
Okay, so I
magical-
can't actually like touch it or anything.
No, it's inside a display case. They're not gonna let you just grab the grab
Gotcha.
the goods.
Grab the goods and go.
Yeah, no.
May I take a look at that smoky quartz?
He pauses, sort of looks at you. He's cautious of doing this because it's probably the most expensive item in the shop, except for maybe one of the rings. And the door is sort of, how do I phrase this? It's a pawn shop, right? So
Okay.
the door is reinforced, sort of. If you
Mhm.
try and bolt, you're gonna have trouble getting out the door before he can raise an alarm.
Oh, I have no intention of bolting.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just pointing that out. So it's a pawn shop, right? It's intentionally structured in a way that if you try and snatch this, there's things in place to.
Right.
So he's still wary, but he does go into the cabinet and pull out the quartz, which
While he's doing that, can I take a quick glance to see what the woman is up to?
the woman has looked over in your direction because you're a customer and hey, money. Um, but she's still sitting at her desk, sort of quill in hand.
Okay.
And so he, sort of shows off. He does the hold it in my palm and show off, sort of half Vanna White it.
Okay. Question: are any of these items being listed as magical?
The ring is. The ring is listed at a price. Let me get the right price. Because the book tells me what the fuck it is, but doesn't tell me what price it weighs. The ring is listed at a price of 2,500 gold pieces, and is marked as a ring of feather falling. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Out of character, I'm trying to avoid using magic for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah.
Nah, use the magic within you.
So what can you tell me about this item, this quartz?
Yeah, it was brought in by. Oh god, now I can't remember the name.
Sorry.
Farmer Whitebarrow, about 6 months back. He said it was something he found in his attic. Must have been from his father.
Interesting. And the ring over there, you can guarantee its ability to allow you to fall like a feather.
Oh yes, we've had it appraised by. Fuck my life, you guys and your fucking names. I'm just gonna say the Magic Man. He says the actual name, but fuck it, the Magic Man.
The Magic Man.
He says the actual name. I don't remember the actual name. Where the hell's the actual name?
I don't remember if we've met the Magic Man.
I just said the name.
It's fair. May I? And I kind of make a gesture towards my eyes.
Are you gesturing toward? Okay, you're gesturing toward. He sort of quirks an eyebrow. May you what?
At that point, and I'm probably going to get myself in way too much trouble for this, and I know it, but casting Detect Magic.
Okay, so that's, it's a spell that isn't directed at anyone but yourself, right?
Right.
And so he's sort of, he obviously he's on guard more now, but he can't stop you from casting the spell. What are you doing with the spell?
Well, I'm taking a closer look at first this stone. Well, first the ring, because I've mentioned it, and then going to the stone.
The stone, both items glow.
Okay. Auras?
Oh, fuck my life. Roll me spellcraft. Oh, wow. The feather falling ring is, it's faint, but its coloration tells you it's a transmutational spell, which makes sense according to your brain.
Really, I'm just using the ring as an excuse to work on the stone, so to speak.
The stone.
It's a feint.
Yeah, I'm trying to. No, wait, no. I have to remind myself of the damn name. What do you mean strong varied, you dumbass? That's not a color. That's not a.
And do I recognize what kind of ion stone this is? From my knowledge.
Color is magic indeed. This iron stone glows with the abjuration effect. This is not a quartz at all. This is a dusty rose color.
Okay.
And it is in the shape of a prism.
Would I know what that kind of effect would do? Based on my earlier arcana?
Between the previous arcana and your current feeling of abjuration, you're pretty sure these ones are used for protection.
Right, and to my not saying this out loud, but just thinking that's at a really low price.
Duh.
For a magical item.
Yeah, for magical items, this is a significantly low price.
Duh.
Sorry, I'm debating.
It's a good debate to have. You two, wait.
I'm just trying to not interrupt. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Shove some magic up your man in a minute.
What did the... And this is your only item here of any magical sort, according to the Magic Man.
You're pointing at the ring?
Yes.
He sort of looks around. Yeah, there's not very much magical things in this town. It's not a big city. It's barely enough to keep the store running, really.
True enough. Can I tell whether there's a flaw or something in this stone, or does it just seem like he does not know it? No, he doesn't know its purpose.
He doesn't know its purpose, and you can't tell without. You're gonna have to examine the stone yourself. before
Yeah,
you
which I
can-
can't do.
No.
I will be back. I'm still not sure what I'm looking for yet, but thank you for your time.
He looks a little confused, but nods and goes to put the stone back in the display case. All right, sir.
So at that point, I'm heading out.
Okay.
Hey, Ansel really didn't. Forge.
So yeah, what did Ansel do? He went over to the forge and.
Most likely son yield normal weapon, horseshoes, and
So okay, the forge. The forge is run by a female dwarf. So you know that's something worth noting. Is this is the first non-human
Non-human.
you've seen? Yeah, but you know, it is run by a dwarf. I'm getting beeped. Why am I getting beeped? What's going on?
My
Okay.
fault, sorry.
No, I'll come back to that in a minute, Chris.
excuse me.
I don't have a picture. I don't think I have a picture of her. No. I don't have a picture of her, but you know, she's well, she's a dwarf, so you have a little trouble with identifying sort of.
Male or female?
Well, no, the boobs kind of give that away. It's more along the lines of you're not quite sure sort of how old she is. She's you know she's working at a forge, so she's probably at least decent age. She is working at the forge. She's like actually beating on a piece of metal as you walk in. The forge has some weapons and armor sort of hanging, armor. It's not really a store, but yeah, I mean it's got things for sale up hanging up on the walls.
Seeing that she's hammering away, he just kind of backs out to not interrupt the dwarf and get a hammer thrown at him.
Okay.
There's that moment of nope.
Roll me perception real fast.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
You back out. Okay.
And then he just kind of like
Sort of
wanders over and waits for.
Yeah, it sort of hangs out near the bandstand, waits for
Yeah.
Alex to come out again.
At which point I'm remember realizing to myself out of character, damn, I was going to roll sense motive and forgot to.
Okay.
Oh well.
I mean, on who? Well, let's phrase this.
Well, on the gentleman about that being the only magical item.
Oh, okay. So you were trying to lie detect?
Yeah.
You can roll it. Because you haven't actually done anything since that occurred. I'll let you roll it.
But can you now?
You don't get the impression that he's lying, and frankly, it would be in his interest not to lie, right?
It's true.
Because he could get more money out of it if it was a magical thing.
So I'm going to just kind of walk over towards the bandstand, looking around, making sure nobody's necessarily paying strict attention to me.
No one's. I mean, there's a couple of people milling about, and there's not really much attention paid to you beyond,
Oh, outsider.
Yeah, a glance of who's that? Oh, who is that? And then
Right.
wandering on. You might notice a couple of people. Whispering is not the right word, but
Stage whispering?
it's what I'm going to call typical farm villager women gossip chattering sort of thing,
Yeah. So I come up to Ansel. Well, the stone is definitely magical. I can give you that. And as far as I can tell, he has no idea the worth of it. How
Ansel
much
just
do you
arches
have?
an eyebrow. I could have told you that. I have 100 gold.
We've got about half between us.
Oh, chasing something to sleep.
Yeah,
He started jerking and it freaked me out.
No, yeah, he's chasing something in his sleep.
So we need to get another 150 gold.
Roughly.
What
But
do
for
you
what
think?
it's worth, I can tell you it's something. It's got a pretty strong aura, or it's got at least an aura of abjuration to it, so it's a defensive sort of thing.
That would be helpful.
Mm-hmm. Especially depending on what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah, there's the one in the bush. He likes to.
You don't suppose the halfling has anything on him?
Oh, he didn't. Probably not.
I'm just
Find
gonna go on
out.
the record that I was the one that said that we should go to the shops, and I was the one that said we should buy meat, and I was gonna say that we should go look everywhere else.
He is the only one out of y'all that has actually spent money since you arrived. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
Yeah.
Hey, I spent money.
I don't have much money to spend.
But I spent mine on alcohol. A little bit.
Well, perhaps we can try and figure out our next course of action, and in doing so, hopefully find some way of making a few coins on the side.
That's all we can hope for. That will be helpful. And Ansel kind of pushes off where he's leaning against.
He's probably leaning against the bandstand in the middle
Yeah.
of the gazebo area in the
Yeah.
middle of the square here.
Sorry, I can't be more assistance to you.
Hmm.
Not entirely sure what you were hoping for. He seems very
Stint.
tight on his items. Wouldn't even let me touch the thing.
Well, let's go and see what we can possibly pool. Otherwise, we're going to have to try and do jobs around here to get some extra funds. Unless you really and truly want to go up to the jail.
No. Now?
Let's go. Well, let's just go back to.
Oh, I figure we're walking and talking.
Okay, and so you guys are headed back to the house again.
And
there's,
all I will say is there is also always the sepulcher.
there's plenty more for y'all to do and look at. Trust me, y'all have not even scratched the damn surface.
I'm
Okay,
trying.
so we got this.
I've got 4 places now.
You have you've explored the town square, and that's a good place. So let's it is now 9 o'clock. Let's take 5 minutes and bio and drink and everything that we need to do, everybody.
Thanks.
Hey.
Well, we'll discuss that when we get to that point.
Indeed. So I need Chris to roll me. Oh, sorry, Alden to roll me. What do I want you to roll?
Okay, let's see.
I'm waiting for the day I have to roll one of these -5s I have.
Knowledge Arcana or Knowledge Religion? What did we end up with there? Okay. I'll PM you what you get.
Sounds good.
Okay, so everyone else sort of reconvenes on the house, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Kendra's wandering around the house, cleaning up mostly. She's sort of moving books and things around. The organization system in this house has needed a lot of work for a long time.
I would take a moment to ask, with everything going on, we've had the death of her esteemed father, the accusations of necromancy, and from what we now gather, there's been a murder, and the way of her father's death is questionable at best. How would she How would she prefer we go about ensuring her protection?
Power move into
I take it that was to all of us.
Yeah,
Okay.
mainly directed at her, but having everyone there.
She sort of looks confused. Protection? I don't. Protection.
Your father had some very questionable books.
I don't know if she wants to discuss those. I'm
And we'll just leave it at that. But he felt that we should stay for your protection.
Do you think people are actually gonna to threaten though? I mean, we have seen some weird things, granted, but they haven't been about or around the house.
I'm gonna point out that that's not what the will said.
Time to pull up the news.
It didn't?
Well,
No. Okay. The will very specifically said the words in the will were to ensure that my daughter is safe and sound. She has no one, she has no one to count on now that I am gone. And if you would aid her in setting things in order for whatever she desires over the course of the month, you will have my eternal gratitude.
so whatever she desires.
Right now, it seems like she desires us to get the hell out.
Sounds like it.
Is
So
there any way
I
we
might
can-
reword slightly accordingly.
well, I'm sure we could start by maybe putting everything like in order around the house. Then he motions to Alden and Alex. You guys can figure out the books on the walls so she has it easier.
Walls, tables, chairs, pretty much anywhere you could put a book, there's a book.
Our faces light up in horror.
Yeah. So she sort of looks around and says, "Well, I would certainly appreciate any help that."
Wait, Alden's lights up in horror. Then we've got a theater thing going on because mine's just okay. Yes.
So Alex looks happy. Alden looks scared. Yeah, she looks around and goes, "Well, yeah, yes. I mean, he had so many books and he never really kept them in a reasonable manner. I would be very much grateful for any help that you could provide. I don't know what I'm going to do with them or with the house, really. I don't know."
Well, you've lived here for what, 25 years?
10.
10. I'm sorry, I can't remember things off the top of my head.
Question is, do you want to stay?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. It's too soon.
Understandable.
I still propose we try and make more friendly relationship with the town.
Well, we've got the flyer. Then he looks at Siri. It's physical work.
About damn time.
Kendra also gave me some great tips on potential research we could do about the town's history and things like that.
Blah blah blah. What do you need done?
I'm just
Ansel-
giving Alden a grin, a shit-eating grin.
Ansel hands the flyer to Siri, which is the
She just looks at Ansel. Not even at the flyer.
right. I'll keep her to go take care of this. I hope you two have fun with the books.
Oh, you see this like realization in Alden's head, and he just frowns.
Comedy tragedy.
So, okay, why is Alden frowning?
Because we'd have to clean the books.
You have to go through all the books.
They have to go through all
Well,
the
you know,
books. We're gonna
yeah,
go and do some manual labor.
I don't know if go through all the books is necessarily the right,
I'll figure out which order for them.
if that's what they want to do. Sure, yeah.
I whispered to Alex, we could also go check out the scroll shop while they're gone.
That also works. But the books.
Okay, so who's doing what?
Ansel is taking Siri to go check in for this farm hand work or whatever, so they can get a little bit extra gold, get her
Okay.
physically doing something.
Yeah. Alex, what are you doing?
He's
Moving
trying
a
to
couple of the
run.
books around and starting to try and get things at least alphabetical or topical.
Okay. Alden?
I am seriously debating if I can do this or if I think it's more worthwhile to go do research. But I guess considering
Well, I'm curious. I've been curious as to what you were referring to as research. You did mention it. I thought you meant here.
oh no, I was talking to Kendra earlier. There's the town hall, which might have some history on the town, give us more familiarity with what's going on. And then I always want to check out the temple, speak to the father about the necromancy. Maybe he has some clues on that. And then finally, there's a wizard at the schoolhouse.
There's a wizard.
Okay, well, maybe probably a retired wizard, but yeah, supposedly.
A wizard does not simply retire. I'm saying this as I'm kind of rubbing my temples, but okay.
Is it sad that I was thinking of the meme from Fellowship of the Ring?
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Which I mean, there's so many.
Did you want to go, or shall we put away books?
Let's make it at least look for a moment like we've done something before we move on.
All right, I will move books in this room that I'm in.
Okay. So let's do this. Siri and Ansel, because I assume you're going to stick around and actually help with the work, right?
Yeah.
Both of you, let's see, is there an actual skill that's relevant? Or is it just going to be strength or...
Profession?
I don't think any of you have profession, do you?
Craft mop.
No.
Anyone got profession farmhand?
Yeah,
No.
profession.
Yeah, but you don't have any ranks in it, do you?
Not that I know of.
No. It's not really going to be a skill here, is there?
No, it's just kind of heavy lifting.
Straight strength.
Shouldn't be a
Yeah,
skill.
strength or survival. If you got any ranks in survival, throw those in. But
I have survival, yeah.
okay,
No
roll,
ranks in
you roll
survival.
survival, so and that's a roll strength,
Mm.
which is
Strength. Yeah, well, yeah,
15 either way. Yeah, okay, so y'all are gonna go off and do a passable job. You get the work done. You get paid for the day. Each of you can add a gold to your sheet. And that's going to take you a few hours. So y'all are going to be away for a while.
Yep.
Working hard, getting sweaty.
Absolutely. And you're helping out the farmer for the day. So a little bit of goodwill from Farmer Joe or whatever his name was.
That's good.
Yeah.
You mean I didn't
Honest,
scare him?
I don't know the French Joe, so because they all seem kind of French names. So.
Jacques?
Jacques, yeah.
Yeah, Jacques,
Jacques.
whatever. Don't know.
The farm man.
Yeah, the farm man. Shut up. That's gonna come back and bite you so hard. So meanwhile, Alden and Alex.
Was it Farmer What's His Face who had the rock in his attic?
No, it wasn't that one. There's a lot of farmers around here. This is so as you guys are sort of moving around more, and especially Siri and Ansel, this is very much an agrarian society. It's very much the farms feed the village, and pretty much that's it. There's a bit more, but there's not. It's not a huge exporter, you know.
Right.
It's subsistence farming
It's
more than
quaint.
the things. Yes, they get by.
The word may escape my mouth more than once.
I'm sure it does. Uh, so Alex and Alden, you spend what, an hour, maybe, shuffling books around the house
Half
before
an hour.
half an hour. Sure.
Wow, they sure kept that.
Gotta make it look like we did work.
I mean, you get some work done. You can organize a room or something like that.
And we've got a month.
Yeah, you've got a month. You got time. And then so where are you headed after that?
I'd probably turn to Alex and say, hey, do you have any interest in anywhere particular? If not, I
Courthouse?
propose we go to the schoolhouse.
Courthouse?
Schoolhouse.
Courthouse.
Okay, you want to go to the courthouse.
And move the butt there as well. So you're headed where?
Well, I asked, and he said courthouse.
D.
You're going to D. Okay. So this again is the large building with the double doors at the front.
They say not a lot of people come here often. It's mainly for meetings and elections, but I was also told they probably have some historical documents.
Okay. It's at least worth a shot. If not here, where do you suggest?
The schoolhouse, if we want to find more general knowledge, and then my guess would be the temple for questions in regards to recent events and evil going on.
And what if the temple's the one causing the events? Just pointing out the possibility.
It'd be kind of weird considering the priest was the one that helped us lay the professor to rest. I have faith. You could be right, though. Always be on guard.
Let's see what this town hall might be able to uncover.
So we will approach the door and knock? Because it's closed, right?
It's a closed door. You can knock on it. Yes. There's not an immediate response.
That's bad habits. And then I'll try and open the door.
The door opens.
I will peek inside.
So inside you see lots of. It's basically one big room with a stage at the front. There's a lot of I'm gonna call them pews, but you know what I mean, sort of bench seating sort of
Yeah.
things.
I assume I'm poking my head in over him. At this
Sure,
point.
yeah. There's bench seating. There's chairs. There's some chairs on the stage. There's a lectern up on the stage for someone to stand at and talk. A couple of tables up there as well. There's a small office sort of looking door at the back of the stage to the left-hand side.
Do we see anybody?
No, the room is pretty empty right now.
I look down at him. Quaint.
I'll take that. Shall we go in?
Yes, I'm already kind of making my way, opening the door wider.
I'll follow suit.
So you wander on into the town hall.
Hmm.
The town hall does not respond.
It's empty.
It's empty.
No books lying about, no shelving.
I mean, there's not really a whole lot here. There's the one
Going to-
door.
Yeah, I was going to go to the door and knock politely, and if no response, open.
So there's a pause, and then someone moves over to the door and opens it.